Things are just popping right now. Things are starting to cultivate. Things are starting to grow. Things are getting real colorful. You are like a grain of sand in the Sahara Desert. Yeah, and I am the entire desert. Elizabeth is icing the champagne right now because the time is getting near.
What time?
Oh, yeah, it doesn't matter. Nothing matters, no.
Because it's time for dudes talking stuff. Laying down the law.
We are nearing the end of summer podcasts.
Oh,
It's dudes.
talking stuff. That's nice.
That was awesome. Let's do that one every time. That was good.
I'm gonna cut all this.
How we doing?
I'm doing great, guys. Anything interesting happened this week?
Nope. Let's get to sporting all over the world.
You didn't have the pod with more notifications than your fancy football chat this time of year. I messed
Hell
up.
yeah.
The Mumble Rap Podcast.
No.
No.
I don't already no.
So what are we sporting?
Sporting all over the world.
Gotta
There
have
you go.
that.
And we go to Japan, the host of the 2020 Olympics, where you can currently tour the Olympic venues in the most Japanese way possible in small go-karts dressed as Nintendo characters.
Nice. Anyone you want? Probably.
Bowser.
Just,
Ooh,
yeah.
I'm in. Sign me
I
up.
would definitely be Bowser. Because that'd be massive on that little go-kart, too.
You get to chuck bananas and such.
They might not let us in.
I want
There
to
might be a
real
restriction
turtles.
to
Real turtles.
These are pretty big go-karts, man. They're like...
Yeah, but it's
they're
Japan,
big. They ride them on
where
the street.
I might be 5 times a regular individual.
When they used to do it, like with tourists and stuff, there were a lot of Americans of large stature on the thing.
So they're saying there's a chance.
There's a chance for us.
They made them for fat.
Let's do it,
Those
man.
wide loads.
Americans.
You guys can ride go-karts, and I can find me a wife.
Perfect.
Nice.
Taken to the octagon, Greg Hardy, serial douchebag, has another KO. 45 seconds. Woo! That's all I have to say on it.
He did some blood licking. He knocked him out, and he had blood on his hands. He got up and started licking off the blood from his opponent.
Ugh.
And if you're familiar with Greg Hardy, cereal, no spoon.
No spoon.
John Bones Jones, emphasis on bones, smacks a strip club waitress in the coochie. Reports are mixed here, because it says she said something like, "Hey, you got to pay $200 for that," after he
Gotta
smacked
pay
her
to
in the
play.
coochie. But I just want to say, life tip is just you don't mess with the wait staff at the strip club.
Dude, she's lucky, man. His
At any establishment.
his punches are like helicopter
He
blades.
could, he could have knocked her out with that coochie slap.
Could have been a pink mist, just explosion.
So, boom, bones.
Bones.
We're doing a lot of fisticuffs for the.
There's not a lot else
sport
going
in
on,
the
and we
world,
avoid baseball like the plague.
What is that?
American ass on my ass.
This one's a little sadder. We had a boxer pass away 3
Did.
days after his bout. Who was that?
Junior welterweight Maxim, I'm gonna mess it up, Dadashev. He died Tuesday morning as a result of brain injuries suffered in his 11th round where he got KO'd bout in Maryland. And the sad thing is there's that video clip going around of his trainer telling him he's gonna call it, and the guy wouldn't let him.
Oh, man.
He's like, "You're taking too many hits. You're taking too many hits. I'm calling it." And he's like, "No." And then here we are. But also, as an added note, within a week on Friday, Argentinian boxer Alfredo Sustelin died from blood clots resulting from a fight on Saturday night.
Damn.
So within 2 weeks, we've had, or not 2 weeks, a week, we've had 2 boxers / MMA guys die from head injuries.
Do you think that people are getting like too strong to fight? You know what I mean? Like,
Boxing is especially boxing more than MMA, is like the slowest to adjust to their athletes as compared to everybody else. Because everybody's
it's
done
hard. They're
nothing
just
to
getting
get
punched in the
stronger.
fucking head too.
Because their rules haven't changed since white dudes swinging fisticuffs.
Yeah, dude.
Bigger, faster, stronger.
But if I have to say anything, I mean, this is sad and you shouldn't kill anybody, but if you're going to continue to kill them, just let them die in the ring.
Yeah, let them fight it
So
out.
that we can get some entertainment value.
Dude, the Warriors
This
did.
is sad. At least we get a little... Sorry, might have been a little too
Get the-
spicy of a take there for people.
It's the only way to get the Valhalla, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, kill them in the ring.
Yeah, take it to the gladiator days, the
Yeah.
Coliseum. But if we're going that route, then we have to follow the first rule of Fight Club, which is we can no longer speak about this.
Speaking of killing them in the ring, On to the NFL. Look at that segue.
That was pretty
That's
good.
nice.
You've been working on that one?
No, I just practiced my own segueing thing.
So the season's getting ready to start. Preseason, week away, around the corner.
I think
Fantasy leagues.
like 2 weeks, maybe.
Oh, that's the greatest game of the year. We got some
DVR.
We got some quotes to get you started for the year. We're going to start with Jalen Ramsey. Actually, Jalen Ramsey's truck driver.
Yeah, the guy, he showed up in an armored truck, and he came out the back, and this was the shoutings of the guard before it led him out the back.
His man coverage so good, he's got his own cell phone service.
Woo! He also is opening his own jail because his receivers are on 24-hour lockdown. And also, if you check his pockets, he has 8 master locks because everyone is on lockdown this year.
Oh man, that's a great promotion.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna show up way better than.
He's got a
Hot
year
air balloon.
left in Jacksonville. We'll see how it goes. Hey, the hot air balloon was cool. I like that. Wow. 2019, this man doesn't have a job, but Rex Ryan was asked about his tattoo of his wife wearing a Mark Sanchez jersey after Mark Sanchez retired. Rex Ryan, quote, yes, it's still there.
Yeah, though he did make it a Buffalo Bill color when he went. And my suggestion now is, since they're all retired, is he should make it a Hawaiian shirt.
I think we need to explain this a little. Young Trent, you'll like this.
Okay.
Rex Ryan is a football coach. Mark
Yeah.
Sanchez was his quote-unquote star quarterback.
Okay.
Rex Ryan's wife had a tattoo of Mark Sanchez on her body wearing a Jets jersey.
Right.
No, Rex Ryan has a tattoo of his wife wearing a Mark Sanchez jersey
Yes.
on his.
Even
is so
better.
fucking weird.
Even better, right?
But Rex Ryan's also the one that did like a weird sex tape with his wife where he was talking about her feet.
Oh, it wasn't a sex tape. It was just foot stuff.
That's people jerk off in that. That's sex
So,
tape.
sex tape.
Yeah.
They're
It's out there.
They're
You need
definitely
that football feet, guys.
Rex
We don't
Ryan.
kink shame.
There's a lot of tape on Rex Ryan. If you ever need to
Yeah,
study.
you need stuff.
This coach actually has a job right now. If I die on game day, have a drink, celebrate. Bruce Arians, when asked about his potential health issues.
Way to go, him! Because if I die at work, I'm gonna be fucking mad.
He sounds like a guy who would support your die on the job
I don't want to die.
philosophy.
Not die at work at all.
He's in on it. We got a lot of injuries. We got some PEDs.
That's all I got. The football's close, so the headlines are dominate with people on drugs and they're getting hurt, which also could be a documentary for any music festival.
What the hell's a PED?
Performance-enhancing drug.
Oh shit.
We take PEDs for the podcast.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
about that.
Smoothies.
Yeah.
hopefully you haven't done your fantasy leagues yet. If not, shame on your manager. But yeah, that's about all we got there. NFL is going to be in full force pretty much the rest of the podcast.
Yeah, it'll. Yeah.
Young Trenton
It's
is
very exciting.
ready to go.
I love football.
Yeah.
So we move on to NBA, which Strick gets more excited about the
Oh
football.
man, the round ball.
Yeah, well, real quick notes here. San Antonio hires Tim Duncan as assistant coach, which I think is just a move to eventually let him take over Pop's spot, which would be the best. Tim Duncan is their head coach.
Did you see what Popovich said about the move?
No.
And this isn't an exact quote, but he said basically, I got to serve as his assistant for 19 years, so now he gets to serve as mine.
Nice. That's
Look
a
at
nice
Greg.
quote.
Give him the ultimate compliment.
Look at that, slamming him. We're going to finish out last year's Rookie of the Year competition that we continued year long.
Oh, yeah, I had Luka Doncic, right?
No, I had Luka Doncic.
Oh, yeah.
You had Aiden. I have your boy's stats. 16 points, 10 rebounds, 1 block, 58% from the floor.
Pretty good numbers.
Not bad on a dying team, which shouldn't be dying, by the way. And Luka, 21 points, 8 rebounds, only 2 less than a man. So much Tyler. 6 assists and 43% from the floor. Our Rookie of the Year winner, Luka Doncic. Woo, man! I'm a champ. What do I win?
Trae Young could have got a couple votes.
Trae Young definitely.
You win one day-old donut.
Nice. And
No milk.
we should just go ahead and do next year's.
No milk.
Who are you voting?
You're not getting any milk.
I have a
with that
smoothie.
donut.
I'm about to eat that donut right now. Hold on.
While you do that, I'll get us into the Rookie of the Years.
Yeah, who are you picking?
Well, all that this Rookie of the Year season taught me is maybe I need to stay away from the big man. So,
Good.
as much as I would love to pick Zion Williamson, hello, wife. I'm gonna go with the guard. I'm going with the guard, and I'm gonna pass John Morant. I'm gonna go to the Knicks. R.J. Barrett. I think he's got a shot to be the leading scorer for rookies. It'll get there. Nobody.
But he's the only guy on the team, so I could see your point.
He's on the Knicks. You know,
they need points.
Who's he gonna fight? What time? What's Tim Hardaway Jr.?
Yeah.
John Morant. I think the Grizzlies could be sneaky.
I went John Morant because as a South Carolina, we're going to go him or Zion, and I didn't want to be a popular opinion guy and go Zion. So I went John Morant.
Too meta for you?
Yeah, too much.
Either
one win, I'd be super happy, and Zion's a chunk all-star. We appreciate him for that.
I don't think the Grizzlies are going to make the playoffs, but I think they're going to be a very fun team to watch, and they could be better sooner than later.
Next 3 years, look out.
The Knicks are just a dumpster fire, but they got R.J. Barrett. He likes to shoot, so if I just feel like, it'll get there. It'll get there.
Movies!
Hey, we did a movie review. We paid a couple
Young Trenton's
dollars.
back in.
We paid money for you.
We all did, actually, because we're slack.
Trenton actually probably still has time on his rental because he just rented it.
I got mine on discount on Amazon Prime for $3.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
That is a steal.
Yeah.
What did we review? Shazam.
Damn.
Nobody turned into anything. Disappointing.
Yeah, none of us are worthy.
Starring Zachary Levi, Mark Strong, and Asher Angel.
You didn't say Jimon Hunsu, a.k.a. the man who's in everything, especially if it's a superhero.
I left him out because I didn't want to. I'd really murdered it. Jamal Hunsu, man, I didn't even know what you said.
I YouTubed it. I actually.
Did you?
Yes.
Well,
I really wanted to get the name right.
Wow. Okay.
Can I just say one thing on this man real quick since I got his name right? I felt so good about it. Seeing him in this movie reminded me of when Dave Chappelle said he had done Coke and Pepsi commercials. Pepsi paid him last, so it tastes better. I would think if they were to ask him, hey, are you DC or Marvel guy? Well, DC just paid me last, so DC.
I think he has more of a role in Marvel.
He's had 2 or 3 roles in Marvel.
He had 2 with the same guy.
Who was he in the movie and who was he in Marvel?
And then Captain Marvel is Shazam. And Shazam,
he was Shazam?
He's Shazam.
Oh, okay,
he's
cool.
the like wizard.
Oh, the wizard guy. Okay, cool.
And
he wasn't the blind guy from Thor.
No, he is from the original Guardians. He's the guy that he says, "You've heard of me, Star-Lord." He goes, "Who?"
Oh, yeah.
And he's also in Captain Marvel as one of
that same guy.
Yeah, he plays the same role.
But I swear I thought he was in another one. Well, I'll fact check it later. He probably wasn't. But
this is a movie about the superhero Captain Marvel, but not Marvel's Captain Marvel.
Yeah, DC's
Captain Marvel, which is confusing, so they call it Shazam. We'll refer to him permanently as Shazam.
The name of the wizard.
Yeah, to unclarify. And it's a fun movie. I thought DC finally hit with what they were trying to do. Because I thought they were trying to make a family movie that was funny and kind of lighthearted and not serious and dark and brooding like every other DC film has been so far. And I thought they hit on that. I did talk to a DC guy. That dude and the villain never had powers.
Oh, the eyeball guy.
Yeah, if that mattered to you or not, it didn't matter to me because I don't care. Don't know anything about it.
I feel like he definitely needed him for the movie. And I like Mark Strong. I mean, like all he plays is bad guys and superhero movies.
Good.
I liked him a lot.
Wasn't he in Green Lantern?
I don't know if he's in Green Lantern. He was in Sherlock Holmes. He was a bad guy. One of those guys are basically superheroes and Kick-Ass.
Yes.
Yeah.
Touche. Anybody else see any other points?
Yes. Asher Angel, BT does big YouTube star or something, according to my daughter.
No idea.
Right. Yeah. The kid who plays Shazam.
The kid version.
Yeah. Billy Batson.
Yeah.
This for the new DC movies, I'd probably say this is my most enjoyable one that I've watched. pretty high up there. It was definitely better than Aquaman. What was it? The Collective.
I liked the fight scene at the Aquaman.
That was about it.
And I'm a big battle guy, so that really pulls a little extra for me.
So you may be leaning towards old Aquaman.
I'm leaning towards Aquaman a little
He's
bit more.
leaning towards Aquaman.
I mean, I haven't seen Aquaman. Don't really.
Wonder Woman was very good.
That's what I was about to throw out
But
there.
if we're going more into Shazam, I mean, kid gains his powers. It's kind of cool how they showed how the villain kind of got obsessed with it too right off the beginning.
Yeah.
I kind of thought that was the kid Shazam at first.
No.
For a minute, I thought they said Billy.
Well, if you watch the trailer too, like they showed the kid getting yanked out. I don't know, like Ye Old Times or some shit. I guess it really wasn't Ye Old Times.
No, it wasn't.
There was a couple of truly unlikable characters in that movie, though. Like his mom was a piece of shit.
Yeah.
She sucked, and then like the guy's dad that made him like the guy in the car wreck or whatever, the villain's dad. That guy was a piece of shit too. If he wasn't such a fucking asshole, that kid might not have got a laser eye and started releasing demons on Earth.
Yes, but the part that I really enjoyed.
Or was it Shazam's fault?
Shazam gains powers, and the first thing he does is stand on a corner and shoots lightning out of his hand for money. That's pretty relatable.
Lightning hands.
Lightning in my hands. Lightning?
I mean, it was a pretty good representation of what would happen if a kid got superpowers and shit. It was
Or anybody really like, hey, oh crap, a bus is about to follow me. What do I do?
Catch it. Oh shit, I can catch it.
I'm interested because it'll be a fun addition to the Justice League. Because right now they're kind of serious, besides Flash.
Yeah, and he, it just wasn't quite there as far as the comic relief.
I liked Flash movie. I just think that movie was terribly done.
I think he has a chance for a really good solo movie.
So my rating.
Let's hear it.
6.5 out of 10.
Ooh, what did you rate Aquaman? Probably like it.
I don't know. Did we rate it? No. Probably very similar. I not love it. I like the last 20 minutes of it.
Okay.
And this movie, 6.5 out of 10 is not a bad rating for me. That is saying
5's average, right?
I enjoyed the run through, but if it showed up again on me, I wouldn't watch it again.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, it was okay.
We'll listen to Trenton.
I don't know if you played through Injustice, but all I could think about the whole time was Superman melting that fucking kid's head off.
Yeah.
In Injustice. So I'm gonna give it 7 melted kid heads out of 10.
Nice.
Wait, Injustice 2 or the first one?
The first one, yeah. Evil Superman melts Shazam, and as an adult, but he is a child.
He's a child, so talk about it.
Oh Jesus!
Whoa, music break.
Yeah.
I want y'all to know that was from Loso's private collection. That was from Loso's.
Yeah.
It was real nice though.
Yeah,
hey, it's nice to play some jams. Really, it's because of we'll talk. Yeah, we'll talk. I'm gonna give this movie an 8 out of 10. Lily is a flower, but
right.
I enjoyed it. The family enjoyed it. I would check it out again. Yeah, I mean, it was definitely a little more on the PG side for most things.
See, and that's what Fat said too.
They had the monsters were pretty freaky.
The monsters, that was the one thing I really didn't like.
Really?
The Sins, their designs, they look like knockoff shitty Mortal Kombat characters.
Yeah, I didn't like them either. I thought it was almost like they paid some college kid $100 and was like, give me some monster design. It was
decent CG, but like I don't like you hide a lot of it with that weird smoke, and then like the dudes really looked all the same.
Yes.
Like it wasn't much.
I didn't know who was who really.
At one of the
besides the fat.
Yeah, and at one point he's even like,
I thought they were supposed to.
He's like, oh, you're Lust. I expected something sexier or something. I couldn't tell which one was Lust. Like I have no idea. Like, and then 2 of them had big long alien tongues. That was dumb to have that.
I knew the Greed was the one that had multiple hands.
Yeah, that was it. That's just because he made it kill his dad.
Yeah.
The director got into it from a lot of horror movies. Not any that I've seen, but I saw that he had a little horror background.
I might have to check him out and see. Yeah.
I think maybe, I guess not good enough monsters, but
I mean,
I'm still at an 8. I like the movie.
Yeah, I'm gonna suggest it for like my family, but like you're saying about the PG thing, like my mom, if she was watching it with the kids, because it says shit like 3 or 4 times in the movie.
I say shit 3 or 4 times an hour.
I mean, they do too, but I don't know.
That's
Some
what I
people
told him. I
would
said,
be-
by the time you're a 10-year-old, you've definitely heard the shit.
Oh, yeah, man. That's a go-to.
So they'd be all right. I mean, I don't have no kids, so I say shit.
I don't either.
Linty.
Yeah, shit.
Curse words don't even matter. It's sex scenes and real weird drug scenes.
Oh, okay.
Those-
Too much sex.
Those aren't in them? Yeah. Okay, I'm good. They say fuck a few times?
Murder violence.
All right. It's just cool.
Okay.
So I was at an 8. I was at 6.5. Trenton, you came in at a 7. Okay, so we're about a 7, 7 and a quarter, maybe, you know? All right.
Yeah, we don't math.
We did a little trailer this week, too. This is a
An exciting trailer for us.
big time movie for a lot of people
for
here.
me and Lisa Trenton.
I like it.
Jay and Silent Bob, the
Fuck,
reboot.
yes. I was like, what
Did
fucking
not
trailer are
watch
we
it.
talking about?
Nostalgia on overdrive.
Yeah, holy shit. That movie could be garbage, and I'll watch it a million times. I don't care.
It's going to be the exact same movie as
He's
Jay
got
and
no
Silent
dick.
Bob, except they're rebooting their film, and this time they're also making Jay a lady, and so they're having to go stop it again, just like
Yeah.
last time
Jay's a lady in the reboot in the movie.
in the movie.
Well, yeah.
His comic, Chronic, the sidekick to Blunt Man, is played by a female character
Yeah.
in the remake, and also Chronic or Blunt Man is played by Michael Keaton,
Yeah.
the best Batman, because he
Yeah.
is Batman. That's all
That's
that
pretty
character
And the
is.
side story is also that Jay has a daughter from Justice. She didn't explode or die. or
Millennium
whatever.
Falcon is her name.
Yeah, Millennium Falcon. And she also has a silent friend.
Yeah, and so they're going to take him with them.
Boom. It's going to be awesome. I hope there's a monkey.
And that daughter is actually Kevin Smith's daughter,
Yeah.
whose real name is Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn. Yeah.
Whoa.
Harley Quinn
That's
Smith.
cool.
Yeah. Her and Johnny Depp's daughter, they did like some Kevin Smithy movie.
They did a film together. I don't know if Kevin Smith was the one that directed it, but they did do a film together. It's
Yeah.
kind of artsy.
Here's what I want to
It's
know.
supposed to be kind of funny still.
Is Ben Affleck going to be
I
in it?
watched it.
He is. They have
Matt Damon, Will
yes.
Ferrell. Let's get them
I
all.
didn't see
There's
Will
gonna be
Ferrell,
so
but-
many cameos.
Wow,
I
They
could
can't
see
tell
him.
you all.
I could see him sneak.
They already showed Method Man, Redman in the
Oh
trailer,
yes, that was
Fucking
good.
hilarious.
which is the best. Because they had said that they weren't going to be in How High as their characters, so because they weren't making money off it like they want to. So I'm essentially assuming they've revived their roles. This is their How High character.
Something to that effect.
Yeah.
I mean, it looked like they were just being them. Look at it. I can't wait.
But
It's gonna be
everyone's
dope.
going to be in it. Like, there's going to be so many people in it that you're not even going to think about. Just I don't know how, and you're going to clap all the time.
Right? When does it come out? I will approve of clapping at that movie.
It's going to be. I'm not sure. I don't have it. I think it's the end of this year.
Between now and then.
I feel like that's
now
one
and
you could
later.
I
go-
missed that one, and my phone's not with me.
I think that's one of those ones you could go to like on opening night, and it's gonna be so niche that there's not gonna be a ton of people or
A
something.
midnight showing.
I don't know.
They
and
probably
I
won't
think
even
we
have
talked
one
about
show.
this. They may not do a major theater release of this as much as you would think because they make money, especially Jay and Silent Bob,
Oh yeah,
off
like,
of the other thing. They do a rolling tour generally when they do films now.
I
And
mean,
so,
Clerks 2 came out in the theaters.
It's true, but I hope they do a tour because I'm gonna go to that.
Hell yeah,
Yes,
that'd be
they
super
do.
dope.
Wait a minute.
They do
Comedy?
nowadays. They roll around and like they'll open up their show and they'll kind of come out and they'll talk and they'll let it run. They'll come out and kind of answer questions from the audience, and talk about it for a little bit. Like Jason Hughes and Kevin Smith will come
You go watch the
because that's what
Fillmore or
Kevin
something.
Smith does now. Because he's a podcast guy and he goes from like place to place and like answers questions and like
Yeah,
that's
it's
what
weird.
he does for a living.
They've been doing it for a while.
Yeah, he's one of the top podcasters.
He did
right
that
now,
one-
financially.
That the world tour with Jason Mewes to keep him clean.
Yes,
That was how he proved he could like get back in the movies and shit.
He said that at one point that Stan Lee told him that he needed to market himself.
Oh yeah,
And he said it changed his career.
I bet. I mean, because he really is. Him and Jason Mewes are the product, but they are themselves. You know, what I mean, they're really just selling themselves in all these movies.
And I think I told you this. Kevin Smith had a heart attack. He's lost a lot of weight. Which these guys, by the way, one thing about this trailer, thanks for making me feel ancient. Because
Yeah,
they all look old,
yeah,
man.
especially Jason Mewes.
And Kevin Smith has lost a bunch of weight.
Yeah.
And Kevin Smith, when he came back from his heart attack, said the one movie he regret not making if he had died at that moment was Jay and Silent Bob the reboot.
Yeah,
So he started calling people up, and it's like, how are you going to tell him no at this point?
yeah. He just
Kevin
had a heart
Smith had a
attack.
fucking heart attack.
That interviewer said if I died and didn't get to do this movie, I'd be really upset.
Yeah,
Yeah, pretty much.
So what's the hype level here? Sounds like you guys
10 out of 10, 11 out of 10 if it's
Yeah.
possible.
got
I'm willing to pay extra to go see them talk about the movie before it starts.
Right.
I'm pretty much with him on that one. Yeah, above 10. Like that would be super cool. Kevin Smith is hilarious, and Jason Mewes, as weird as he is, man, he's fucking.
I don't want the average to drop, so I'll stay at 11 too.
You can stay at 11. Nice. We're
I enjoyed
overhyped.
the first one.
Yeah, we have a lot of movies this week.
We got a little.
We had to get into it. The Marvel Phase 4 was announced, so I just broke it down. So I guess we'll just go through the movies that they've announced, a little highlights. If y'all think of anything, just interrupt me. So I'm just going to run through
We're doing the movies and the TV shows?
We'll do it all right now, man. Well, I got the dates. We're going to do an order they're going to get
That's
released.
a big-ass list.
Oh, it's a big-ass list, bro.
It's a big phase.
Well, yeah. It's like 2 or 3 years. So if we're going to hit it real fast. If you think you want to add anything, add something.
Yeah.
You know? May 2020, Black Widow comes out. I wasn't excited. Now I am. Marvel's first R-rated film. Maybe a little ass. Probably not any titties. Too expensive.
I think it'll be murder.
Red Guardian is in it, who is a super soldier but Russian, kind of like a Russian Captain America. That's played by Hopper from Stranger Things.
That is true.
Taskmaster is in it as the villain, which is kind of exciting. And Marvel has done well with other kind of spy films like Winter Soldier, so I'm kind of excited about this one now. Originally, didn't give a shit.
I'm pumped on this one too. I think it has a chance to be just I think it's an action movie.
It could be one of the stronger ones that actually comes out and kind of unexpectedly today. Fall 2020, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier come to Disney Plus, so it's a TV show. They're bringing back Baron Zemo from Civil War. They said this time they're going to give him his like purple mask
Nice.
that he was supposed to have. And I kind of love their on-screen dynamic, so I think it's going to be good. Also, all these series are not like a traditional 8 to 13. They're like 6-hour-long ones. So they're almost like extended films, which I kind of
I like that.
Yeah.
They got a good buddy cop system.
I really like
the
Winter Soldier guy, too, whatever it is. Sebastian
Stan.
I like him.
Yeah.
Gwyneth Paltrow doesn't know who he is. They've met a few times.
I know, I remember that. November 2020, The Eternals comes out. I don't know much about them. I was going to read into it, but I decided not to. I thought this is going to be a Marvel film I'm going to blind.
That way you don't have any prejudgment.
Is this the one they already put a movie out on that flopped? And
No, they put
show?
a TV show called Immortal.
Yeah, that's
And it's a very different thing. And they Immortals could have been cool. We don't want to talk.
Without getting too big into Eternals, I did read about some names on this show.
That was actually, I was excited about the cast. Angelina Jolie, which is whatever for me at this point. But Richard Madden, Mum. And the guy that's doing a lot of stuff now, Stuber. You know what I'm talking about? I have his name, Kumail Nanjiani.
Yeah, dude, Silicon Valley. That guy is hilarious. Always blue.
Selma Hayek.
Which one is he?
The
he's
Pakistani.
the other. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Selma Hayek, Paperboy. It's in it.
Paperboy.
Is that a movie or a TV show?
Paperboy?
No, the Eternals.
The Eternals is a movie.
Oh, okay.
And the 11 is in rumor right now. There's another unknown role. The 11's rumored. Her name is weird, by the way. It sounds like you're talking about two different people.
Oh, okay. I was wondering. I was like, is he talking about 11 from Stranger Things or the 11th member of the cast?
No, 11.
And then I was like, how crazy would it be if 11 was the 11th member?
February 2021, Shang-Chi and the Legend of Ten Rings.
This one I don't know anything about.
Well, Shang-Chi is a martial artist. That's like what he does. He's like the best martial artist ever.
Who?
That's his name is Shang-Chi.
Bless you.
And he later on they give him the power to duplicate himself. I doubt they'll do that. I think this is just going to be.
That's like some season 3 shit.
Yeah, this is not a season. This is a movie.
They're going to give him a movie.
Mandarin is back. Yeah, this guy tweeted 5 years ago to the Marvel account, said, "Hey, what about a Chinese superhero?" His name, I don't even have his name.
And they made him the guy.
He's from Canada though.
Hey.
So there's
already
right there. And I think people are sleeping on the amount of money this is going to make in China.
Yeah, dude.
But they're bringing back Mandarin, which is exciting.
That's why I was telling you about that weird wolf movie. The Chinese
gotta be
market is crazy. There's so many people.
Donnie Yen's rumored.
Oh,
yeah. So, I mean, I'm kind of excited. I don't know much about it. I like the Mandarin and don't they kind of shat on an opportunity with the Mandarin previously and a really good actor they had to play him.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this could be great.
This is Marvel's response to Crazy Rich Asians, and I love it.
That's exactly what this is. Will anybody see Aziz Ansari stand-up?
Not yet, but I support him.
He talks about that white people out here doing real good because they all went and saw Crazy Rich Asians in droves. And he shamed some girl in the front row because he's like, Rotten Tomatoes gave it 97%. What'd you give it? She's like, 85 probably. He's like, why? And she's like, And he's like, no, it's okay. I just like making white people feel uncomfortable. So, spring 2021, WandaVision comes out. This is another TV series with Disney Plus.
Horrible name.
Yeah, the logo looks like something from 1950s. There's a comic book that someone did that's kind of popular with Vision, where he gets a family and he kind of like lives that 1950s Leave It to Beaver life for a little bit.
You think this is that?
I think they're going to do this with Wanda and then turn it upside down in its head within like 2 or 3 episodes. You know what I mean? Like they're going to try to live the like perfect homemaker life and just realize they can't.
These are alternate realities, right?
No, this is real.
Because he's dead.
No, but they went back and put the stones back where they belong. Vision would have never died.
I don't remember seeing him come back.
Well, it's because we didn't.
No, he still would have died because that doesn't change that he didn't die.
I think
Remember, that was the whole point of the time.
Well, all right, we could go into this route. Wanda was able to create her own children because of her own power set. If she's able to do that, why is she not able to just bring Vision back?
I believe that.
So who knows? But this runs into Doctor Strange, which comes out in May 2021. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, which is a very metal name.
It's a horror movie.
It's a horror movie.
Really?
Marvel's first horror movie. Wanda and Vision are in it. Confirmed.
I've heard that, yes.
Which this is excites me if you can like do a weird alternate dimension horror movie and open up those two's power set, because their power sets are probably 2 of my favorites in Marvel Universe, but you don't really get to see them really roll like you want to on the cinematic universe.
Are they going to make it rated R? Because Wanda and Vision and Doctor Strange, they could do some crazy rated R murders.
The villain currently...
Wanda could just split bodies in half.
Oh, yeah, it'd be great.
Rip skin off.
They could literally just like poof people.
Vision just melts you.
The villain in this is a guy named Nightmare, who's in Strange, and it's just kind of as you expected.
Yeah.
Like he's a guy that kind of comes in and brings your nightmares to life and things, and very powerful. So very curious how they're going to handle it. And this is obviously, now that the word multiverse is in the title, it's a real thing. So you're right, Vision could come from multiverse here. You know, who really, really knows? So keep it moving. Spring 2021, Loki,
There's
Disney
more?
Plus. Oh yeah,
Whew.
Disney Plus series picks up after Loki and Endgame, where they went back in time, so he never died, and he gets the Tesseract. And the logo has like each letter is differently shaped. The rumor right now is that he like goes through like different events in Earth's historical time and alters them the way that Loki would want them to.
So it could be educational.
Sounds really cool, yeah. Summer 2021, one I'm actually underrated, very excited about is What If. It's a Disney Plus series.
Okay.
It's animated. It's based off the What If comics where like things
those were
happen.
cool. Yes.
Yeah, where it could be like, well, what if instead of Iron Man or Tony Stark is Iron Man, if someone else was.
Yeah,
so,
they're cool.
And
Those are
they
fucking
affect
sweet.
the universe. It's going to be narrated by the Watcher, who will be voiced by Jeffrey Wright, the guy from Westworld and a bunch of stuff right now.
I don't know Westworld.
Oh,
But he's in a bunch of stuff. Like, if you saw him, you'd be like...
Boardwalk Empire.
Nope.
Black Man Beard. Very, very nice. He's got a solid narrating voice.
And you know what I would really like? Speaking of Kevin Smith, they should like give him a chance to do an alternate universe where Spider-Man falls in love with Mary Jane, but it's really just he's a stoner. And he has problems complicating being a lazy stoner and being Spider-Man.
It'll never happen.
Kevin Smith would murder that, though. It'd be so good. Okay. Fall 2021, we have another Disney Plus called Hawkeye. The logo from this one, which I'm doing a lot of logo analyzing because it's really all we have. Logo looks like one from extremely popular Hawkeye run that has Kate Bishop featured as kind of his side person and a dog that he literally just calls Dog.
Nice.
Like all of this.
And I really hope that happens. I like her character, and I hope they bring out the purple this time.
The purple outfit.
Yeah, because everybody else is wearing their originals kind of at this point. Just let it happen. Let us see it. You can miss me with the headpiece if you want to.
And Disney Plus
he doesn't
is
wear
the
it in that
perfect place to do it.
Yeah. Well, I feel a lot of this is if
Elsewhere
it
was
doesn't.
like a purple.
Well, in this one, he actually does. It's just a purple, like a suit, like you've seen in a lot of video games probably run since then, but it's still
For
purple.
some reason, I'm thinking of like he had like a mask.
Oh, he did.
With like,
Original
okay,
him
with like
had
a thing on it. Okay.
Yeah,
Him having a dog named Dog. I'm ready to play Fallout.
It's one of the like
I
in
was
the
gonna
last
name my
10
dog
years,
Dog meat.
probably one of the like top 20 Marvel comic lines that people say is good to read through. It was really good.
Really?
Yeah. But anyways, that's why I wonder they're going through there. The last one we have that's official date is November 2021. This is a movie, Thor: Love and Thunder. Big announcement: Natalie Portman is back. Will play Thor. Tahiti is still back again, though, so we have a lot of faith.
Director.
As a director, made a play, which means Korg is back.
You want to start a revolution?
Korg is back.
We're starting a revolution.
Chris Hemsworth is going to be in this still.
He will be.
Valkyrie is in it, and it's actually, I think, confirmed that she's going to be a member of the LBGTQ community.
Natalie Portman is Thor.
She's going to be a Thor. Here's the thing.
Thor.
If this multiverse,
she's the love. Thor's the thunder.
We'll see. If this multiverse, she could come from different multiverses. They open that up. My thing is what I think will make this funny, because I like Natalie Portman. I did not like Thornton. That's it now. That's her new name, Natalie Thornton. Natalie Thornton, I liked her in the other Thors. Or didn't like her in the other Thors. I like her as an actress. So I'm not excited about her in Thor continuing her role as Jane Foster. Because I didn't like her as Jane Foster.
Yeah. The internet is going to lay into this shit.
Oh, they already have?
Really?
But here's the thing I think is going to happen, low-key, to make it funny. Make Valkyrie a lesbian. Make Jane Foster show up as a super powerful Thor. And make Chris Hemsworth and Valkyrie try to compete for her love, and she doesn't give a fuck about either one. That's how you make that funny.
Love triangle.
Yeah, it was called Love and Thunder.
Yeah, she's looking for her queen, Valkyrie. She's the king of Asgard.
Of Asgard now. Yeah. So there we go. And just at the end, Kevin, how do you say his last name? Phage? I don't even know.
Oh, yeah.
The hat. He always wears a hat no matter what. Kevin Feige. Anyway.
Let's go Feige.
At the very end of it, right before, he just does a casual dick drop on the table. And he's just like, by the way, before I end this, we're already working on Blade and Fantastic Four. And I always fuck with his first name, but Mahershala. I said that wrong.
Ooh. Mahershala Ali.
Ali is going to be Blade, which is phenomenal.
Badass. That might be the most.
And you hear he made that
ever. Mahershala did?
Yeah, he called him and said, hey, I want to play Blade. And,
my God,
he was just like, okay.
Dude, Blade, those movies are so fucking dumb, but they're my favorite.
They're not going to be dumb
movies.
This guy is going to be badass.
Dude, you remember him? You remember you watched Luke Cage?
I did watch.
You like my Biggie poster?
Cottonmouth, the guy with the Biggie poster? The first villain that died? He was only in it, he's like...
House of Cards?
No.
Yeah, there we go.
I'm shit with names. And
that new movie where it's just a white guy and a black guy driving around in a car. You see commercials for it?
I'm going to show you.
It's called Green Book or something.
No.
True Detective Season 3.
No. What else you got?
He's in a movie where he's a suit. That was House of Cards.
No.
Oh, he was at... No.
Just show the picture. He'll know.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, he's Blade.
That's cool.
Oh yeah,
I don't think he knows.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what he's been in. I mean, I can.
He's been in a lot of things. He's awesome.
He's been in everything.
Yeah.
You just named a whole shit ton of stuff I've not seen.
So anyway, that was a casual dick drop. I guess my big takeaways from all this is you're gonna have to get Disney Plus. First of all, which I was gonna do anyway. And they're getting weird, man. They're not even. There's not even a lot of sequels in this run besides Doctor Strange. The other ones that are coming out in the next phase, like your Black Panther, your Guardians of the Galaxy 3, your Captain Marvel 2. And it's weird. And I think we have faith at this point that they can do comic book movies without really needing to feel grounded in this world anymore.
Do you remember, this is kind of related to this, a while back you showed me this Marvel trailer that was coming out and it was supposed to be horror related, these kids were in a house running from shit. What was that?
That was Fox. That was New Mutants. That thing has got pushed back,
really?
pushed back. They got done filming that thing a year and a half ago.
Shit, because that's when you were talking about that horror thing. I was like, oh, that's gonna be.
Well, I wondered if when they acquired them, if there wasn't certain things in that movie that they were like, this could work, but not the way you guys were doing it.
Not sure.
There's no mention. I hope also leading up in there they casually drop the word mutant every now and then.
Yeah.
And slowly build us back into getting some
X-Men.
But I'm excited for a Fantastic Four reboot as well. One of the best comic books, or at least staple.
I mean,
in
some
Marvel
of the strongest
universe.
characters come from that.
Doctor Doom.
Well, his fucking son. What is his name? Reed Richards' son.
Oh,
Richard Reed's son.
Frank? No, is it Frank?
Something.
Reed.
He can fucking literally
he can do anything
he wants.
He's a mega level mutant that's powers activated at birth instead of waiting to be a teenager. Yeah. He's like OP because he got his mom and his daddy both had like cosmic power put in him too. So he's a mutant with cosmic power.
He makes Galactus his herald, like the Silver Surfer is to Galactus. Whatever Galactus is his Surfer. It's crazy.
He's very good. But there's a lot they can do with this, and I just
Michael B. Jordan making a comeback.
No.
Reboot.
He's already in where he's at. Oh, but here's a fan take that I'm about to steal out loud that I don't know where to get it from. This is pretty much based off almost just the information of Black Widow, but you know how there has to be a big villain at the end. A lot of one of the big arcs is called Dark Avengers, where kind of Tony Stark and the Avengers kind of go MIA because they have to be for a little bit, so the government hires Osborn to do it. The Green Goblin, and he becomes the new Iron Man. He makes Dark Avengers that kind of go around and like fuck things up to save it. And they think that like they've already planned it. There's another Black Widow in the Black Widow film. She's also called Black Widow.
So and there's going to be Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah, there's already a Russian guy that's like a super soldier at him. Taskmaster could easily be a Hawkeye. They're going to go into Eternals are going to have godlike people, so they can easily find somebody for Thor. I mean, there's a lot of things that are going. Oh. We never saw what happened to that guy at the end of Black Panther. God, what's his name? Michael B. Jordan.
He died.
He supposedly died, but you don't think they can find a way to bring him back? They time travel, bro. Multiverse. He could be the Black Panther in another timeline.
Maybe in another timeline. In this timeline, I think he's pretty dead.
But anyway. There's a lot of ways. Oh, and the best way they could also make it to where the Professor Hulk personality actually suppresses Hulk, and so you're gonna get because I don't know if y'all familiar with Hulk. Hulk has like multiple personalities. That
a bunch of different Hulks.
Yeah, and he could pop out as Joe Fixit or the Grey Hulk that like is a bastard. Yeah. He's like essentially like a mob guy that's just there to fuck the world up. Isn't it? He talks. He completely knows, like,
exactly what he's evil. Doing. Yeah.
So they could.
Right. Well,
they're still working on the rights for that, though.
But he could be he could be the Dark one.
Could they not just use like a Red Hulk?
They could as well. But I'm just saying, there's a theory if you think about it, where they already have enough characters starting and rolling, to where they could maybe.
I thought there was a certain reason they haven't done a Hulk solo because they don't actually own his rights.
I think it's because they did two so much it failed so hard.
Universal did one, Disney did the other, though. Disney's only done one.
Right, but that one is considered in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, because Tony Stark's
that one was good.
The first one was good, though.
Yeah, but they don't go forward with it because I think they were just weirded out the fact they had another actor. It's the only time they've replaced actors that was a main role besides Terrence Howard.
True.
And Terrence Howard wasn't a main role, really.
He was a sidekick, but he was what, Iron Man 1?
Yeah,
I don't know if he did 2.
He hadn't become a superhero yet. No, 2 was Cheeto.
Yeah, right Cheeto took over right off the...
Yeah. So, I was very excited about this. Definitely getting Disney Plus.
Disney Plus, yeah.
If I had to, I don't know which one I'm most excited about. There's a few. I don't love Natalie Portman at all.
Yeah,
I think that movie's gonna end up being really good.
I do too, because I just have faith in that director, Cork. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
I would say, dude, the Doctor Strange horror movie sounds awesome.
That's what I was.
I'm excited about that one. That one's probably the most intriguing, and I'm really excited about What If.
What If is cool.
The Black Widow movie. Cool, I mean, that could be like a badass Metal Gear Solid.
I'm not gonna go see.
Yeah,
just saying that out loud.
What's up with that Disney login?
It's crazy that
if they let me, we share up, bro.
Woo.
Okay, so let's move to How High. That was a long little run we went there.
And we're not mad about it.
No, Marvel deserves it. So we How High is where we take stories from the news, decide how fucked up people are. We go to Michigan, Traverse City. A 53-year-old man
sound of smoking crack.
Who was nude from the waist down, was walking on the side of the road, which, I mean, if you're going to be nude, waist down is the party side. You know what I mean? So
stuff is normal.
He was walking on the side of the road, waist down, nude, and he was at an intersection, so he was just slamming his fist on cars that stopped by at the intersection. When police came up to him, he became very aggressive and started pretty much nude wrestling with the police officers. Until the cops literally put his dick in the dirt. So yeah, 53-year-old man walking around now. He was 53. He looked 82. This man looked and he was just walking around with just a t-shirt on, with his dick out, slanging and slamming on cars. Slanging it.
So
we went dick slamming them. Number 2, we moved to the UK across the pond. They're going through a heat wave.
Wait, don't we talk about what we think he's on first?
Well, there was no. I mean, we kind of
no pants, dick out, slamming on some cars. It's hot.
It's not hot. This is a different place. I guess it's hot summer.
It's cold somewhere right now.
Just somewhere. Is that how that works?
I guess.
I don't know.
It's so hot here.
Young Trenton is supposed to be a science
hot
guy.
everywhere.
What's the question?
Never mind.
How high is Dick Pants Man? No pants man. No pants dick man.
No pants dick man?
Yeah, no pants dick slamming on car man.
I mean, it's definitely not. I'd say it's not a downer. He's on uppers, you know.
Yeah. Some PCP maybe? Hanging out in the pigeon coop?
Slamming it.
Alright, we're moving back. Across the pond.
PCP? I'm in.
They're going through a heat wave across the pond, if you didn't know, if you weren't familiar.
It's so hot.
It's been like 102 for like 2 weeks, which apparently you die over there if that happens.
Well, all the fish and chips just dries up brittle.
I mean,
it's brittle.
You can't move the water when there's all this wine. UK medical officials have released an official statement warning women against sticking frozen popsicles in their vaginas to cool off during this hot period. They actually recommended not sticking any foreign unknown object into your vaginal region.
Shit.
Sounds like sound advice, maybe.
Abstinence.
It sounds like kink shaming.
It does sound like kink shaming.
You don't know what it was.
On you.
You don't know if this might be my love popsicle. This might not be an unknown popsicle.
This is the only way I can feel anything anymore.
I thought there was going to be a story where someone came in with a popsicle and
it obviously was happening.
Died.
Multiple. I mean, why would I
don't think you die. You might.
I think you die. You got your coochie get crooked.
I don't think you would die either. No, I'm just saying they released the statement, not me.
Crusted coochie.
I didn't release the statement.
Probably a little freezer burn, you know.
Maybe it's conservation of food. You know, hey, look, there's kids out there that like popsicles. Don't do that.
Yeah, but you don't want to feed the homeless popsicles.
And if I was homeless,
somebody out there will buy these popsicles back.
Oh yeah.
It's going to be a lucrative business for someone.
Yeah, just sell the popsicle stick.
Yeah. Okay, and we go to Washington D.C., where Trump hosted a conservative group called Turning Point USA. Now, I want to say we are not a political podcast, so this is not what we're getting into here. But Trump hosted a conservative group called Turning Point USA. Behind him, they proudly displayed the presidential seal, except it wasn't. It had 2 heads, which looked like the Russian coat of arms, golf clubs and cash in each one of his claws, and the motto around it stated 45 is a puppet. You had one job, guy, that had to project the seal of the United States against the wall while I thought, guy. You had one job. And you know what he did was type in, like, Seal of America, Donald Trump into Google, and just picked up the first one. Because there's some lady that made this and was like, this was a joke for my friends. It only had like 100 views or something until now. So some guy went on, how high, I guess, would be the guy that, instead of putting real presidential, first of all, the eagle had 2 heads. What is the presidential seal? It's our bald eagle had 2 heads. That ain't American. It's not natural.
We should deport this guy.
I would wager he may already be dead.
I couldn't find a name.
Yeah.
This is a solid point.
Yeah, redacted.
I could find the name of the girl that did it, that like made the logo, but she doesn't not involved with her putting it up.
No,
I mean, not at all.
That's awesome.
All right, so our 3 guys, we have general people putting popsicles in their vaginas because it's hot. Like, how'd you just not know what it is to go inside and get under a fan or something? Like,
I was trying to think that too, but it's like you're low in your internal core temperature, man. That's actually not high at all. That's brilliant.
Okay, brilliant. So
yeah, the scientists are high for telling people to stop.
Oh, yeah. So guy with the double-headed logo. You just found the picture?
I'll go a double-headed logo.
It's real bad. Like, the picture's real bad.
Like, how you have to be
and
awesome.
just
nude
straight
guy.
Don't give a fuck mode
Nude
for this
from
to
the
happen.
down. So you had one job, guy? All you had to do was project.
One job guy.
He did this like 5 minutes before it started.
Eagle, 2 heads holding shotguns, 45 is a puppet, and then whatever that is.
Golf clubs with money. That's what that is.
Yeah,
Dude,
one of those would be a red flag.
Well, the 2 heads is the easiest one. Like, it looks like some sort of
it does look fucked up.
like a demon cult type
Right?
deal.
You know what?
Immediately.
I want to see whoever's job is. I want to see their birth certificate. I want to see where they're from.
I think he might have been just a secret troll and thought it'd be funny, and now he's dead.
I think he was just really fucking high.
He is.
But
I don't think he's in a good place right now.
He's not in a good place right now.
Oh no.
You know, we don't torture because Americans don't torture.
No, but Guantanamo Bay is still open.
Well, we don't torture.
No, but we don't torture. So if we do torture as Americans,
Oh yeah,
it's not
because we
torture.
don't torture. Yeah.
So we're not torturing. We didn't kill this guy.
Yeah, this
Because
guy.
as Americans, we don't kill
You
guys.
think this guy's locked up in Dick Cheney's basement?
This guy is gone.
You won't see him no more. Okay. Or he's in that, they have like a new piranha tank over there. Like,
Doesn't like
What?
piranhas.
I forget what story I was that like somebody messed up a paper somewhere and he like had a piranha tank and threw him in it, threw an intern in it. I think it was China.
What the fuck?
They're friends. Like, you can go over there and just throw him in the piranha tank.
Hey, Kim Jong Un, got this guy.
This guy. I mean, your
You got
piranhas
that-
look hungry
yeah, your-
today.
He wants to take a trip to Korea. You know what I mean?
All right, Diddy moment.
I stole something in here. I threw something in real quick. I know we don't have any PlayStation Plus games, but a couple things happened, so I figured I'd just update
Oh, yeah?
update
Some things
our
happen?
Yeah, we don't get those for like another week or so.
our Podverse. So a couple things. Grand Theft Auto had a pretty big update. Little casino action.
I
I've
played
done a
it.
few minutes. Nah, nothing crazy yet. I'm supposed to get a free penthouse though, because I got a Twitch Prime social rockstar.
So I do too, but
But
I don't want to link. So you're just gonna do it, so I don't have to do it. That'd be great.
I already linked it. I
It
thought
says they won't be given out till like August 2nd.
I'm gonna have to go take another look at it. But the games were kind of whatever. But we'll see what happens there. It's always nice.
Did some horse racing.
I did a couple of those. That was more fun than the slots.
I did the blackjack table for a minute.
See, I just got to the card table, so I think I'm gonna like. I think I'm gonna like the
we
card
all three
table.
got there and did a little blackjack. It'd probably be kind of fun.
I think.
Or we all do some horse racing, or without you, he doesn't want to. We can
Turns
just go
out,
in there and we'll do some
perfect.
blackjack.
I got a couple funds.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I just think it's awesome that they're still updating.
That is crazy to me. That game is fucking old as shit.
Yeah, new one maybe. Who knows?
Who cares? Yeah.
EA Access. EA Access is live on the PS4. 5 years after the Xbox, baby. We're back. We're live. $5 a month or $30 a year up front lets you play their EA Vault games as well as early access to EA games and 10% off on new games. Now the Vault games aren't going to include the brand new Maddens, the FIFAs, not the 2Ks,
Stuff you want.
But if you're okay with a lot of those not being played brand new, $30 a year is pretty sweet. 10 year. I saw Madden 20. They're letting you demo up to 10 hours on it right now. They give you a lot of demos, and you have access to other games like their shooters, Anthem, Mass Effect, Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Trash.
Probably is. But
Oh, it is.
hey, if you're balling on a budget and you want some games, this may not be a bad thing. $30 a year gives you access to some games. That's pretty cool.
No. But PlayStation does something similar to this too.
They do. I believe their games are like PlayStation 2 games. Possibly.
PlayStation 3 game.
And 3. I forgot all about that one. But no, it's cool that you have different options now. You know, you don't have to ball out at the PlayStation Store. You certainly can. And all I have left is Trent's playing a lot of giant robot games.
Shit ton of them. Imported stuff from
And I
Japan.
like it.
I played one last night and I didn't mind it.
I like it. That's all I have to say on that.
Yeah.
Diddy moments.
My Diddy moment kind of flows off your Diddy moment.
Ooh,
Was that your Diddy moment?
Did I
That was
intro
your
you?
thing?
Did I
Yeah.
intro you?
A
No,
little
that
bit.
wasn't my Diddy moment. That was our
But flow
that was our
off, though.
PlayStation.
Keep flowing
Yeah,
off.
flow.
Let's go.
Flow, dog.
Flow on.
Flow.
Something
Go on.
fantastic graced this world in the year of 1979, 40 years ago. And that, my friend, was Mobile Suit Gundam. Yes, sir.
How did you know?
This year is the 40th anniversary of one of my favorite cartoon anime series of all time. Gundam. And
Nice.
the many Gundam things that come from it.
Can
and
you
all
give
the
a
other giant
little
robot
quick
stuff.
synopsis on Gundam for those of us who have no clue what you're talking about?
Gundam is a Japanese cartoon about war. A lot of war. There's emotions and things, and giant robots mainly. Giant robots is the best part.
Mostly robots, right? Yeah.
Well, yeah, but it's like half the show is like robots blowing each other up in
It's
like
people.
some badass
Okay.
manner, and then the other half is usually some sort of like political thing mixed in with someone who has like some romance and some other story. There's all kinds of shit. It's
Sure.
pretty adult for a cartoon. Some of them.
Any robot love triangles?
But there's always robot like the robots banging. The robots don't bang, but you can find that on the internet
Yeah, if you want it.
if it happens.
If you want robots banging, there's
34.
robots banging.
Nah, I'm interested. Okay.
Yeah, but they're releasing a bunch of stuff. Some new series. A couple of things are getting like re-released in new editions, like new model kits and stuff. And they had a big
Nice.
event at Comic-Con as well, I think, or it's coming at Comic-Con. They're gonna
Well,
announce
the
a
big
bunch
San
of
Diego one
stuff.
happened like last weekend.
Okay, yeah, then they
That's
did
where the
it
Marvel
already.
4 information came from.
Gotcha.
Are they
Then
building
there's new
another
Gundam
Gundam?
information. No, but Japan does have a life-size giant Gundam statue
They do.
that moves and makes noise and lights up and all kinds of shit. It's
Hey,
amazing.
not Esquire, but the Myrtle Beach Mo Mushroom has like a 10-foot tall Volkswagen Bug transformer. It has a transformer.
is pretty cool.
It's out transformer. It looks like the Herbie bug, like the beetle.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's like old school.
What say you,
Giant
Japan?
robots.
All
I
right.
mean, they have a giant robot.
I'll shoot the J. Alabama, I'm sure we've all heard this story by now.
3.
Alabama officials warn of flushing drugs down the toilet because it could lead to meth gators. And now, when I thought of meth gators getting fed into the toilet, my head immediately went to all the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle ripoffs from my childhood. You know, like what was that, Bucky O'Hare, and like the Mighty Ducks one that no one remembers that I did, where they were ducks and they were hockey players. I'm gonna use a reference and only I remember. But anyway, so I started thinking about the meth gator Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and they would be with like drug names like Needles and Twitch, Scabs, and I don't even know what this last one I wrote down was.
Croc. Rock.
Yeah, and they'd be taken in by a drug dealer turned cockroach
Blue Dra-
called Stank. And that's the series the world needs, is the meth alligator turtles led by a cockroachy drug dealer.
Would you let Kevin Smith direct this?
I feel like it's too gritty.
Too gritty.
Too gritty.
Too dark.
This one needs somebody a little more out there, you know?
Darker.
Yeah, the guy that did Sin City.
Oh, I was
Yeah,
thinking
who didn't
that.
watch it?
Yeah.
I need baby.
No, not watching.
That was-
That was Zack Snyder.
Oh, was it? No, I do not need
We
Snyder.
don't need
Do
Snyder.
not need Snyder. You stay the fuck away from my cockroach, Snyder.
We'll do it.
Yeah. So there's my take.
All right. That's
Those meth gators. are
throw
going
that in the phase 4, Marvel. Let's see what
Yeah,
happens.
bro.
Fucking meth gator.
I think DC has closer rights to the meth gators than Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
'Cause it did.
They could be like a Teenage Mutant Turtle villain. I wish I could remember what this last name was. I'm sure it's great.
Mutant messed up gators.
Yeah.
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 Gators on meth. Yeah.
Needles in your tail.
There you go. Boom. That was a good one.
Yeah.
Oh,
I like it.
look, I just got some meth stuck in my throat.
So
Oh,
watch
man.
out.
Yeah.
Don't flush it down the toilet.
Ooh, I won't. I
Green
won't.
gators.
I use it all. My take, football season's approaching. We all know what that means for us real OGs, the real fans, the real players. Fantasy football is
Fantasy.
right around the corner. Hopefully, you haven't had your draft yet. If you have, hopefully you didn't have AJ Green on your team. He might be out for a while.
Golden Tate.
Golden Tate, 4 games.
Sharp. Or
Yeah.
possibly Zeke. Or Melvin Gordon.
Lots of guys. Lots of big name guys right now. So, but, there's a lot to think about with fantasy football. I'm going to give you a little advice when it comes to football,
Listen up, Young Trenton.
You're online, you read all this stuff.
All these
they
things.
tell you,
People are
get
broken.
this,
Yeah.
get that.
Yeah.
Don't believe that. Just listen to me, okay? And this
Okay.
has nothing to do with the fact that we're all in the same
Did you-
fantasy football
Did you
league.
win our fantasy football?
Last year, I did not.
No, I think he was fighting to not get shamed publicly on Reddit.
Yeah.
And I won.
With the dude who
And-
shamed and quit our league.
And I won that. I won that one.
Was I in danger of being shamed?
No, but you did lose your head-to-head matchup against me. So
I don't even remember.
Here's some advice for fantasy football. Running back, they say it's great. It's overrated. Don't even stress out about it. There's 32 football teams. Every one of them has 4 running backs. Why do you need the top 12? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know how many quarterbacks are on a team? 1, maybe 2. So
Maybe 2.
think about that.
Maybe not even 1.
Maybe not even. Hey,
I don't think that's an option.
whoa, hey, excuse me, sir.
Not a real.
Running back, it's whatever. Wide receiver, man, a lot of those guys too. You could probably wait. You know what? There's not a lot of kickers.
Nah,
it's not a lot of defense.
If you're doing a deep where you draft a defensive player, there's not a lot of good ones of those.
Yeah, I think if you're drafting a defensive player, you should just leave that league. But sorry to my homeboy who runs that league.
Yeah.
I'm also gonna be leaving that league. I forgot to say that.
Probably. Yeah.
But tight end, another one that typically you got one on the team on the front line. They run 2. They run 2 a lot of times. Tight end's a good one. Don't just worry about running backs and wide receivers. Think of the other guys. Defense, remember, that's 11 players, so you could draft them first round.
It's like drafting 11 quarterbacks.
With 1 pick. Just think about that, and it doesn't hurt to have 2 or 3 of them. So,
all right.
If you follow that, you'll have a great team.
Yes, especially everyone that was in the league with you.
Your league will love you.
I just etched that into my brain.
Good.
Yep.
So we move on to quotes to live by. Do you want to start us off since you're already?
Oh yeah. This comes from our good friend John Jones.
John Bones.
In relation to his incident in Vegas. Tweet. It's a tweet quote. I'm definitely not in any trouble, my friends. Don't be so quick to believe everything you read on the internet. John Jones. After being in trouble. Upteenth? Is that still good? For the upteenth time.
Umpteenth, yeah. Smacking in the coochie. Quote, pop pizza, not pills. Michelangelo.
That was good.
Thank you.
Yeah, anti-drugs.
Part of that meth gator thing.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it.
Quote, Hakuna Matata. The Lion King, all of them. A lot of people say it.
It's Timon and Simba.
Well, they all say it, though.
Pumbaa.
They all say it. Yeah, they all say it.
Okay.
Timon, Simba, Pumbaa.
Whatever, you got some. Nala says it, too, because he says it, and they're like, oh, then.
Did you watch it?
Yeah.
I heard there was a drone in it.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe in the last 10 minutes, because the fucking movie theater lost power.
Outro.
Yeah,
Outro. Excelsior, motherfuckers. Trying to get a drone joke on a Lion King reference.